After seeing a bunch of agencies stuck at 5K a month and dozens of agencies scale to 100K a month, I've been able to see the exact differences between the two of them. And so today I'm going to be showing you how you can turn your 5K, 10K, 20K, even 30K a month agency into an 100K a month agency. No matter what you're doing in life, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you're going to the gym and you're doing the same exact bench press, the same exact weight, the same exact reps for the rest of your life, you're never going to grow. Let's say you put some steak on the stove and you let it sit there at high heat for 20 minutes every single time and you burn the fuck out of it. If you don't change anything, then your steak will be burned every single time. So the outside world doesn't care. All it cares about is the inputs. So same reps, same amount of weight, you don't get bigger. Same amount of time on the stove, it's still burnt. And so like I say all this to get the point across that I've seen so many agency owners at 5 or 10K who are doing the same thing over and over again that doesn't fucking work. Do you know how stupid that sounds when you think about it in any other capacity, right? So when it comes to the weights or the steak or whatever, but then when it comes to your business, people don't think about it. Like if you're sending the same DMs and it's not working with the same paid ads and it's not working with the same sales script and it's not working, you don't need to do more of it. You need to change something. Us as human beings kind of have this base level of comfort that like we're willing to put in and we're very comfortable putting in. And like we don't like to strive above this level of comfort. Like we kind of just like to put this level of effort in for the rest of our life. But if we do that, then we never scale our business and we never get better at anything. And so to put this into some actionable advice for you guys, so it's like if you're sending DMs, you send 1,000 and you only get one of them to respond, it's probably bad, right? So send a different DM and see how that one works. Keep changing stuff if you want to see change in your business. So if you're closing one in every 100 people, then you probably have to get better at sales. So then we have to break it down very, very simply and at the very base level. If we want to change the output, which would be 100K a month, 50K a month, whatever we want, then we have to change the input. The second thing is that the 100K a month agency owner takes time to cultivate clarity in their day-to-day. The literal most important thing as a business owner to me is having clarity. If you don't have clarity, then you end up not knowing where to go, you don't know where you are, and you just get lost along the way. So if you don't have a goal and you don't have a path that you can stay on and be disciplined in, then you will never scale your business. So the best way I've seen to cultivate that clarity and to see it in your day-to-day life is to have intent with what you're doing in your business. The biggest mistake that I see these 5 or 10K a month agency owners doing is that they just lackadaisically cruise and walk through their business, and then they look 30 days down the line, okay, we hit 5K a month again. They don't actually think about why. And then it's 60 days, and then it's 90 days, and then maybe they'll scale to like 15, and then they'll be back at 5. Reason for that is because they don't have clarity, they don't have a goal, and they don't have a clear roadmap and action plan in order to get there. So this is the exact process that I walk through in order to fix that in my own business. So at the beginning of the quarter, let's take this at January 1st, for example. So for the first quarter, I create a big goal. Okay, what do I want to do for the quarter? Let's just say it's 500 grand in the first 3 months. So then all we do is to break that big goal up into 3 monthly goals, 160,000 a month, right? So we would probably hit less the first month and then scale the second 2 months. After we do that, then we start to break that goal into weekly goals, then into daily goals. So we just reverse engineer the numbers. Okay, let's say we need 160 grand every single month in order to hit that 500K goal. And the average ticket for our product, let's just say, is $10,000, just to make numbers really easy for me. So we would need 16 new clients every single month in order to hit our goal. Okay, we need 16 clients. That means we essentially need one around every other day. If we need a client every other day, then how many appointments do we need every other day in order to close one client? Okay, we need 5 shown appointments every day to hit our goal of $160,000 a month. Okay, and then you break it down even further from there. How do we get those 5 shown appointments? Let's say we get one shown appointment for $50 on Facebook ads. Okay, then we spend $250 a day on Facebook ads. And so like this was a very broad example, but I hope you guys can see the point. So we get this very big goal, break it down all the way into the inputs, and then day to day, we need to make sure that we are performing those inputs if we want to hit the goal. All we need is to get an equation of like, we do X amount of this plus Y amount of this, and we get output. And so like what I mean by that is we put $500 in ads, and then we make 2,500. And so then from my perspective, all that it is how much X can we do in order to get Y. And so like right when we get those numbers is really when we can turn the fucking knobs up and start to scale really, really fast with an agency. So let's say our ad spend ROAS is like 1 to 6, like right, we put $1 into ads and we get $6 out. From there, it's like, okay, how many dollars do we want to spend if we're making $6 per $1? I would spend a lot of fucking dollars. And so like that got a little bit complicated, but I just want you guys to realize when you break the numbers down like that, it is really, really simple. Now it's not easy to scale, but it is really, really simple. And so what this allows you to do is to have a daily goal that you can work on hitting every single day to keep yourself accountable to be able to achieve your goal. Because I see so many people out here just being like, oh, I'm gonna hit 10K a month this month. And I'm like, how? And they're just like, I'm gonna do this. And so like they have really no data behind their plan. And so then they end up not achieving their goal. And then they end up being embarrassed because they told me something that didn't happen, right? So in order to like put this into action, like I was just talking about at the beginning of the quarter, I do this for the first 3 months. Now at the end of every single day, I journal about it. And my prompt kind of goes like this. It's like, did you hit the daily goal? Which would be 5 shown appointments in this case. And then from there, it's why or why not. And then the more important part of that is what are we going to do tomorrow to make sure that we do hit the goal either again or we hit it. Okay, we analyze if we did hit it today. Okay, now simply, what are we gonna do the next day in order to make sure that we do? And so what this does is it makes us very, very intentful about what is happening in our business. Okay, we only had 3 calls today. That is not okay. If we want to hit the goal of $160,000 a month to get our goal of 500K in the first quarter of this year, then that is not okay. And then it's just like making adjustments along the way in order to achieve that goal. The second thing in the prompt is how did I bring myself closer to my life goal? So my life goal is I have an exact envisioning of what my life is going to look like in the next 3 years. So it's like, what actions did I put in, whether that's in my personal life, whether that's in my business, in order to help myself achieve that goal. Now, the next thing is what could I be delegating, automating, or eliminating in order to get my time back? Now, this just isn't in my business. This is in my personal life as well. And so then the reason why this question is so important is because it's like, we only have a specific amount of time as business owners. Like your time is something you never ever get back. And so I have to be very, very particular. And as a 100K a month business owner, you have to be very, very particular of where your time is going. How can we be automating the business? How can we be delegating stuff in order to focus on the bigger things like building? When it comes to personal life, we only have a specific amount of marbles we can put in a specific amount of baskets. So then it's like, how many marbles do I want to put in this basket when it comes to my family and this girl I'm talking to versus how many marbles do I want to put in my business? Right now, I want to take marbles out of the personal life and put it into my business and put my intent there because that is where I'm at right now. I'm in a building phase and that's just where it has to be. The same thing goes for a lot of you guys. Be very intentful of where your time is going. You have 24 marbles, maybe 24 hours. You put 8 of those marbles to sleep. How many marbles are going to the work? How many marbles are going to the family? Now, don't think of the marbles as just time. Think of it as energy, but be very intentful of where those are going. So this helps us gain clarity every single day. At the end of the day, just reflection in order to be like, hey, I need to get back on my track to achieve my goals, or we are on the right track and we just need to keep doing over and over what we're currently doing right now. So what I need you guys to realize is the sun is going to keep setting, it's going to keep rising, and every single day, days are going to go by. The very scariest thing, the worst thing in the world that could happen to you is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line, and the sun just kept rising and setting, and you're in the same exact position that you were. So this activity prevents that. The last thing is the 100K a month agency owner's decision-making process. So the 5K a month agency owner is doing most likely everything himself. He has no leverage. He has no team. He doesn't have a lot of money. So then the 100K a month agency owner has a team, has money, has skills. That poses the question, how is the 5K a month agency owner supposed to catch up to the one that's 100K a month and ever pass him? And so the answer to that is he simply needs to be focused on things that are actually going to generate him revenue and be important to his business. So every time you're doing an action, whether it's setting a DM, taking a sales call, whatever, I need you to be thinking, is this the best activity that could serve me and my business? So if it is, then do it. And if it's not, then think of what would be and then do that. And so again, you have to have intent on where your time is going or else it will be lost. So for example, when it comes to fulfilling for your clients, you kind of have 2 options, right? So A would be fulfilling for your clients by yourself, spending 3 to 4 hours a day doing it every single day, talking to them, running their ads, or doing whatever you do for them. Or you could spend 20 hours onboarding a CSM, finding the good talent, hiring him, and then training him, onboarding him, providing him with SOPs so you never have to do that again. Hiring and delegating allows you to do 2 things. First, it allows you to focus on the important thing in your business, which is generating revenue. But then it also increases customer success and client success. And the reason for that is because now we have one person who is completely dedicated and has one job, and their job is to make the clients happy. So instead of you being like, I need to get more clients, I need to make my old clients happy, I need to send DMs, it's like, okay, now all I need to do is get more clients because this guy's gonna make the clients happy. So I know that you think that you doing it because you're good at everything is serving your clients to the best of your ability. But I guarantee you, and I promise you, you are doing them and yourself a disservice. And then the same thing goes for marketing, sales, whatever it is on the front end of the business, not just with the fulfillment. The 100K a month agency owner is only thinking about one thing. How can I build the biggest business that I possibly can? It's not like, ooh, how can I send this DM or what marketing adjustment do I need to make? That's somebody else's job. So essentially, the 100K a month business owner is focused on business owner things. The reason you're at 5K a month is because you're not focused on business owner things. You're focused on freelancer things.